Y'all, I cannot with Lydia. Child, Lydia talking about some, when I look into your eyes, I see the sunset and you're everything a woman like me could ever wish for and all this other BS. Girl, you are a whole actress and I cannot take it. So I just this afternoon watched the Love is Blind finale. We're going to talk about Lydia in a minute, but I will say, you guys, I am very pleasantly surprised. It was actually really good. There were some things that I wasn't expecting, okay? I did a video previous. You can check it out on my page, and I kind of gave my projections of what I thought. I was off. But let's get right into it, okay? So thank you for being here, Vanity V. I appreciate all of you. Let's just jump right into it. So the finale just aired today, and I enjoyed it. And I was pleasantly surprised. I'm gonna tell you, Stacy surprised me. I think this is the first episode where I actually respected her, felt her. I felt like some emotion from her. And so the episode starts with her and Izzy. So, obviously, if you're here at this point, you probably watched the whole season. You know that we had two couples at the end, which is Izzy and Stacy and Milton and Lydia. We followed them through the season. We saw their love story or whatever you want to call it. And, now we're here. We have two couples. I want to say this is the first season where we've only had two couples. Most seasons have three or four. One of y'all will correct me if I'm wrong. But let me just start off and say this. Stacy, you look absolutely beautiful. You look gorgeous, Stacy. I'm going to give you all the credit. It's funny, when they were doing your makeup in the beginning, they was just kind of like, your little makeup artist was just kind of like blotting on your blush. And I was like, ooh, that's going to look crazy. But it ended up, you look beautiful. Your dress, I'm going to give you 10s across the board. Your dress was amazing. I love how you said, you wanted your hair to just kind of be a little more modest because your dress was going to do the talking. You look great. Your hair was beautiful. I would say Stacy's a little bit of a fly girl. I like her style. She teaches the Pilates classes. I love the things that she talks about as far as like traveling, and she has she's like me because she likes all the different type of restaurants and stuff. She was like, yes, I'm trying to get him into the Mediterranean, Peruvian food, Ethiopian food. Like, I need him to open his palate. So I will give Stacy that. I like her style. I like that she is well-rounded. She, wants to get out there and explore the world and travel and all the things. I'm the same way. She's about her money. She's about her paper. And I respect her a lot more from this episode. So, yes, she looked amazing. Izzy looked great. I will say this. Well, he has a great, I love a man in a suit. And if you got some nice, sexy shoulders and your body is popping, he looked great in the suit. And I realized this, and I've kind of come to this conclusion over the last year or two. I love men when they get married, their tux is blue. I really like that. I'm not into like, white is a color for men where I'm like, I don't know. It has to be a really dope suit for it to look good to me. If it's white, obviously black is great. Some people do the gray, but I do like the blue suit. Izzy, you look great as well. So I will say that you both look great. The decor in the venue was beautiful. The harpist was giving boring. I would have probably had little Nita Baker playing, little Alicia Keys, something else. But hey, to each their own, whatever. The harp is a beautiful instrument as well. But yeah, so they look great. The venue looked great. As the episode starts, we find out they're both talking about, and they kind of talked about this in the last episode, that they have kind of been going through some things and having, more of Stacy having second thoughts because of Izzy's credit. Now, let me ask you guys this. When you get married to someone or you're about to get married and you're merging finances, how important is their financial literacy, how what state their finances are in? How important is that to you? Because we know that is obviously very important to Stacy, and she kind of feels, I don't want to say bamboozled, but she feels uneasy that Izzy wasn't as forthcoming with his finances. I do think that before you get married, if your credit is that bad where you don't have no credit cards, I do think you need to disclose that. And that was a red flag to her. So, prior to the wedding, they're uneasy. And then we see, Stacy is with her mom, and I like her family, her bridesmaids, they all have a really positive attitude. Her mom kind of sat down with her, was like, okay, he seems like a great guy, but how do you feel? Da 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 da. And her dad was real cute. He seemed very, very supportive of her. Not as much of they weren't pointing his red flags out to her as much as like Milton's family was. They seemed very, very supportive, which on the day of your wedding, at that point, you should be. It's like, okay, I don't really want to hear about how I'm making a mistake at this point. And so, they were all just really upbeat. Izzy's best man came before the wedding and gave her a very heartfelt, letter for her to read, which was really nice. And so she seemed very appreciative of that. And she said that is one of the things that she loves the most about Izzy, is the fact that he does sweet things like that. I will say this. This is probably the first episode, y'all, where I felt the emotion from Izzy and Stacy. I actually was like, okay, maybe they really do care about each other. Because I wasn't so sure before. But just hearing them talk to their families, I felt a little more emotion from both of them. And it was kind of nice to see that, because again, when we watch we watch this show in particular, we want organic love relationships. Like, don't be phony just because you want, to be on the show as long as possible. Like, if you really love the person, then go through with it. If you don't, then leave. So it was nice to get that from them. Okay. So his best man gives her the letter. She really loves it. She reads it. She's like, oh, she's as a bride, again, I have not been married, but I know that I do believe I will get married. And I know that on the day of my wedding, because I'm a crier, she kind of was like, okay, don't make me cry, because her makeup was beat. Stacy looked good. She looked beautiful. So, and then her dad came in, and obviously, seeing your daughter about to get married, he was really proud of her, and she looked beautiful. And she was kind of like trying to focus on not, crying and all of that. Okay. So let's fast forward to the actual wedding. Izzy walks in. I thought this was really, really cute, you guys. When he walked in, he said hello to everybody, greeted everybody. I don't think any of the men have done that. I thought that was cute. I felt that was real, because he was nervous. He was really nervous before he went in there. And I think he was just trying to get the jitters off and kind of feel as normal as possible. So he greeted everybody, and y'all look great, So I thought that was really, really cute. He walks down the aisle, and everybody looks good, right? And so then we have Stacy come in, her dad. His giving her away was a little weird. He kind of was like, yeah, me and her mom give her away. All right. Like, it kind of walked off, and I was like, oh, okay. That was different. But, nonetheless, it was cute. And so they go up there in front of the, the pastor, or are these real pastors, y'all? What y'all think? These like neighborhood friends? We'll give them the benefit. I don't know if they are official. I don't know what to honestly believe with this show, but we're going to call him the pastor, because in the black church, it's the pastor. So we're going to say it was the pastor. Have them, going through the motions of what you normally say when you're officiating a wedding. And then Izzy says his vows. His vows were beautiful. I almost shed a tear. I was a little emotional. That's why I was saying, like, I love the emotion that was from both of them. He says his vows. They were beautiful. He said beautiful things about her, about how they complete each other. And it kept emphasizing he will always be there for her. He won't run away from their problems, which is always, especially for women, it's important for us to hear that. So I like that he said that. And then she says her vowels. I don't honestly remember everything she said, but hers were really heartfelt and beautiful as well. So then they get to the point, the pastor, he gets to the point where he's like, okay, well, do you believe love is blind? Whatever that they say. Izzy goes first, and he says, yes, I take you to be my wife. Then, y'all, they got to Stacy. I was not expecting what came out of her mouth. Stacy, she said no. Did y'all expect that? that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. How much time do they be giving these people to get prenups? Because I would have been like, if I can't get no prenup, I don't know, because they never talk about this. But y'all think that that's what it was? She probably was like, look, we don't even have enough time for us to put a prenup, together. So I would not marry that man without a prenup. And I'm not even saying I'm rich or anything, but I definitely have a really nice retirement. I have a hefty amount in stocks. I have a nice little savings. He ain't getting none of that. So I wonder if that's what it was, because she basically was just saying, like, she's not ready. And let's be honest, that's why. She doesn't trust him financially. And being married is a business arrangement. So I'm not even mad at her. I'm not mad at her. She didn't feel comfortable. She feels like he's not responsible. She's 33. He's 29, which, it's not that big of an age gap. But dude, you don't even have no credit card. You don't even have no plates. Like, y'all, he didn't have no plates. Now, let me say this. I have a 9-year-old, so I definitely have paper plates, but that's because I don't feel like washing dishes. Like, she's always asking for the things and, put little chicken nuggets here and there. But if I want some plates or entertain, if I use the plates, he didn't have no plates. He had paper cups and paper plates. I'm not marrying anybody that doesn't have regular plates. I'm not. Stacey, you made the right decision, girl. But yeah, I think for her, it just boils down to, I'm not ready. I rock with you, but I don't rock with you enough to make the silly decision like this and then regret it later. Because Izzy absolutely would take her for all her money. Y'all, Izzy's he's asking for spousal support. They don't got no kids, but he gonna try to get child support. Izzy's asking her for all of the support. He's definitely asking for that. So, like, I think she was smart. I'm not about to merge my life with you until I know that you are legit. And Izzy gives me like I have like a credit repair business possibly on the side, and I'm gonna take your money, but I'm not gonna repair your credit. That's what Izzy gives. I'm just saying. So, when someone says no and someone says yes, it's always awkward. So, like, she left instead of him. And then, of course, Izzy's mom is looking sad. And he tells them thank you for... I will say this. I do like the way Izzy handled it. He thanked everybody for coming. He was very diplomatic. I love it. He didn't let anybody see him sweat in that moment. We love you. We appreciate you guys. I still love her. We're going to figure it out. And then he walks off and, the rigmarole that happens. And then, Izzy comes and he speaks to Stacey before they go to the next couple. And he's just like, yeah, like, I really want someone that's going to love me for me and love me the way that I love them. And Stacey was just like, yeah, but she's not ready. I think that Izzy respects that, but I do think he was embarrassed. I don't think they're together. I'm just saying. The way that they were both talking, because at first when she said no, I thought, okay, well, maybe they just won't get married, but they'll date. But then when they spoke before they cut to the next couple, I don't know, y'all. I can't wait to see on the reunion if they're together. I don't think they're together. I think that Izzy wants a meal ticket, perhaps. I think he kind of likes Stacey. He might have fell for her, but I think when she said no, and I think he realizes, it's like, she's not for play. Like, she's not one of these little girls that's gonna be stupid and just because you fine, I'ma just fall head over heels. Like, Stacey is smart, and I like her a lot more after this. Stacey, girl, you did the right thing. Okay. So, yeah, let's see what happens, with the reunion with them. So, we know what happened with them. They both go about their business, into the Houston streets. And then, I doubt if they're together today. So, then we get to Milton and your girl Lydia. Everything about Lydia is fake. Everything about her. She's cute. She's pretty. She's charming. I will give her that. But she's kind of like a Black Widow. her sisters and family look beautiful. Her mom is beautiful. You know, she comes in and she's getting her makeup done. And it's just like every time she talks, she just gives fake. Like, it's just too perfect. Everything, what she says is too perfect. It's too rehearsed. It feels like, y'all, doesn't it feel like when she talks that, like, before she does the scene, she's in the car, like, okay, like reading lines of what she's going to say? That's what I get from her. Like, everything she says gives fakery. And so, you know, she looks beautiful. She's getting ready with her mom and all of these things. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, Milton, I love him. He's the man of my dreams. God made him for me. Girl, bye. Whatever. So then we have, you know, Milton. He's meeting up with his friends. Milton is so awkward. I don't know. It's just something. He's just so dorky to me. Like, I will say this, when he got his little haircut, because his hairline was terrible through the whole season, but when he got a little line up, I was like, okay, Milton, you look, you know, you look a little bit like a snack, a little bit kind of, sort of, until, you know, you pan to the whole body frame. But, you know, I like Milton. I don't want to be hard at him. He seems like a very nice guy. You know, we see him with his best men and they're talking and they're asking him. And Milton is very much like, I'm going to do what I want to do and I don't care what anybody says. Like, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And that's cool. But sometimes, especially when, because he's young, you have to listen to people that been there, done that. And I mean, I say that, but at 24, 25, I was probably doing the same thing. I probably didn't listen to anybody either. But like, in hindsight, now that I'm older, he just seems like a young 20-year-old who just is going to do what he wants to do. And I think that it's infatuation. I think that the characteristics that he lacks, I think Lydia has them. I think he's very meek and quiet. She's loud and boisterous. I think he's a little more reserved and methodical in the way that he thinks. You know, she's just like off the cuff, in your face, spontaneous. He's dirty, she's clean. She's cute, he's not. No, I'm playing. Sorry. That was rude. I'm sorry, y'all. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to say, like opposites attract type of thing. And so, yeah, I think he's infatuated with her. I think he's never had a woman as beautiful as her. And like, he's like, okay, I'm going to marry her. I know for a fact that there is blaring red flags with her, but he's just overlooking it. So, you know, before the wedding, he meets with his dad, and his dad is really cute and nice. And I could tell his dad was like, he wanted to say, don't do it. But then Milton, basically, before he could even say anything, was like, well, I'm going to do what I want to do. And his dad was kind of trying to give him advice. Like, look, you know, just remember, keep in mind, you know, fight fair, which I love that. And I'm going to take that advice in my own relationship, even though I think I do. But I think that's great advice for anybody's relationship. Fight fair. You know, things are going to happen, but be fair and kind through all of it. And he was like, Lord knows you've seen all of me and your mom's arguments. And Milton got defensive quick. He was like, but that's not my ministry. Like, just because that wasn't the point. His dad was just saying, like, look, you know, grow through what you've seen with me and your mom. Me and your mom fought a lot, but we fought fair and we were kind and loving through it, and we got through it. That's what he was trying to tell Milton. But Milton was like, he cut him off like, but just because y'all did that, that ain't gonna be me. And his dad was probably like, oh God, just marry her. Well, do whatever you're gonna do. So anyway, you know, then they go to the ceremony. They definitely got married in the same place, child, that Izzy and Stacy got married, which is fine. You know, this is a show. Same little harpist with the little boring little beat. So then Milton goes up there. Milton didn't know what buttons to button up, child. He asked the Pastor Jones, well, do I button up this one? He's like, yes, the top one. You know, he just, whatever. He's 24. Okay. And then Lydia comes. She comes down the aisle. She looks beautiful. She's beautiful. I'll give her that. And then, you know, they do their little vows. And, you know, she says something fake. Oh, Milton, you're my knight in shining armor. Like, this is really how this lady be talking. And then he says his thing, and then they ask her, what you gonna do, girl? And she says, I'm gonna marry you. They ask him, well, what you gonna do? He paused for a minute, and he says yes. So yes, they get married. Y'all think they're together still? What y'all think? Y'all think they're still together? I don't think neither one of the couples are together, but I was totally wrong with my assessment of what would happen today, so who knows? But I don't think they're together. I don't think she wanted him. Now, I will stand corrected if, when we see this reunion on Sunday, if they're together still, I will come back and say, child, I was wrong. But she's just so fake. I think she's going to break his heart. I do. And I think he deserves it. Because Milton, you knew what time it is. You know she loved Uche. You know she loves him. So whatever happens to you, everybody know the first rule, don't marry nobody that's in love with somebody else. So if she breaks your heart, you knew, and your sister was like, don't do it. And then you decided to do it anyway. So yeah, and then they have their reception and everything's nice and whatever. So there you have it, y'all. Reunion was good. I mean, excuse me, the finale was good. I liked it. I actually really enjoyed it. And I came away liking Stacey a little bit more. So look at that. I like her a little bit more. Even Izzy a little bit. It's kind of, he's still a little con artist in my mind, but I kind of liked him a little bit more because I just like how he conducted himself. I like people who, when they're faced with adversity, they still handle it with class, and I think that he did. So I definitely respect that. Yeah. So again, I think it was a good finale. I am excited about the reunion. Let's make some predictions. What y'all think is gonna happen in the reunion? You think so let me tell y'all what I think is gonna happen. I think that Johnny's gonna have a little attitude. I don't think she's with the guy. I think Uche and Lydia, they're definitely going to get into it. And I think that Aaliyah and Lydia might get into it. I think Johnny and Stacey going to get into it. I don't think Lydia and Milton are together. I don't think none of them are together still. I'm probably wrong, but I just don't. Just because this season was so weird that I just don't. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Drop down in my comments. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, as always, like, subscribe, share. I'm definitely going to come to you guys. Probably, I might come to you guys Sunday. If they drop the reunion early in the day, then I'll come and, give you my, commentary on the reunion on Sunday. Okay. So you guys have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.